ladies, are you a 40-something-year-old gal, or maybe even 30-something or 50-something, that's struggling with weight gain, chronic fatigue, insomnia, hot flashes, night sweats, exhaustion, or any of that mess? If so, you're in the right place. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you 3 game-changing strategies for optimizing circadian rhythm that will help you resolve all of those issues. We will get into those 3 strategies right after I share with you kind of my story and what led me to finding these circadian rhythm hacks. It starts way back a long time ago. Whenever I was 13 years old is when I started my first diet. I thought I was fat, which I wasn't, but back then I thought I was. And I put myself on a 1 meal a day diet. I did lose weight for a minute, but that started a lifelong journey with fad diets, exercise programs, losing and gaining weight. From the time I was 13 till, I don't know, over 20 years later, I lost over 100 pounds more than once. I disordered eating, honestly, and then that wasn't sustainable and I gained it all back. And then I start having excruciating pain in my feet. Like so bad that I had to go to the doctor because I was walking funny. Turns out it was joint issues and they diagnosed me with rheumatoid arthritis. I was 36 years old, so pretty darn young to have an autoimmune condition that would impact me for the rest of my life. It had me really taking my health more seriously. I was 100 pounds overweight again, and I knew that that wasn't good for my joints, even if they said rheumatoid arthritis wasn't curable. If I took some weight off of my joints, I decided that that would help them. At that time, I decided to go ahead and have a gastric sleeve surgery. It was helpful, but that's not where this story ends, or we would be done. My health started going downhill again. In my early 40s, I started having issues with heartburn and gas and bloating, and then as time progressed I started having trouble with fatigue and insomnia and hot flashes and mood swings and all of those things that are more hormonal based. I really didn't know exactly what was wrong with me, but I was getting nervous that there was something bad wrong with me, like ovarian cancer or something. That's how bad I was feeling. I went to the conventional doctor and had lab tests and all sorts of things done and some scans. And that guy eventually told me that I just felt bad because I was depressed. And that really made me mad. I like doing activities outside and playing and having fun. I just like to live, you know? And so I was really upset with him because I'm like, no, that's backwards. I feel depressed because I can't do anything. I'm not doing anything because I am depressed. Anyways, so I moved on and I tried a fatigue clinic. Fatigue clinic did do some more lab tests, gave me some more supplements, recommended some hormones, and some of that helped a little bit, but it really didn't fix the root of my problem. I still wasn't feeling great. I still could not sleep. I mean, my insomnia was bad. I was waking up 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 times a night. Sometimes by 2 a.m. I would wake up and couldn't go back to sleep. So I kept searching, and I finally found a way of living that supports my body, supports my hormones and my health. And for the first time in a lot of years, I feel great most of the time. I'm sleeping better. The problems with my belly are like completely gone, and I'm feeling great. There are 3 strategies that I use to help me get to that level of health and that I'm still using to progress even more. Strategy number 1, I changed the way I ate. I began eating very differently. And because of my specific gut issues, I was pretty drastic in my changes. I discovered the carnivore diet, and it just made sense to me that getting rid of everything for a while would help me to heal and discover what does and doesn't work for my body. So I began eating just meat and animal fat for quite a while. Eventually I did add back in some seasonally available fruits and vegetables, like locally grown, and I think that impacted my health positively also. So that was strategy number 1. I drastically changed the way I was eating. Strategy number 2 was I began to honor light and dark cycles of nature. That is, in a nutshell, circadian rhythm, natural light and dark cues from Mother Nature, from the sun. And so what that means in practicality is that I try to get up and see the sunrise every morning, and I try to protect my eyes from unnatural light after the sun has gone down. Well, and before it's come up if I get up early. So seeing the beautiful sunshine when it's out, and protecting my eyes when it's not. That's strategy number 2. Strategy number 3, I stopped getting up at 5 a.m. going on a long run. I learned to align my activity with my natural circadian rhythm so that I was supporting a gradual rise in my cortisol levels rather than shooting it up way too early before the sun was even out. I now take refreshing walks in the morning, and if I want to, I do some more strenuous activity or go for a run in the early afternoon when my cortisol level is naturally at its highest. So in summary, the 3 strategies that I have used to heal my body and feel great. Number 1, changing the way I eat to support my body and my metabolism. Number 2, honoring my natural circadian rhythms of light and dark. Number 3, being active in a way that supports my circadian rhythm. I bet some of you have more questions now than you have answers, and some of you might even be wanting to run the other direction because it sounds way too hard and way too scary. If that's you, stick with me. I'm here to answer your questions, and I'm here to make it way less scary. I was able to start implementing these things as a wife and a mother and a full-time nurse working in an operating room. It's not about being perfect. Just heading in the right direction will give you results. That's why in every video on this channel, we're going to dive deep into what these principles mean and how we can weave them into our daily lives as best as we can. I'm here for you to help guide you through this. But even more than that, I'm here to be your partner in crime, your confidant. We're teaming up on this. You and me, working together to restore our health and balance our hormones so that we can have vibrancy and energy for life. Maybe even better than we did in our 20s. Yeah? So let's do this. You can get started today by watching this video where I discuss the basics of circadian health. Guys, life's too short to feel like crap all the time. Click here, meet me in that video, and let's get started.